hair is going up because this is such an intense video. Oh, just you wait and see. Hey guys, welcome back. I have another story time for you today. This one is a real scary situation that I've been in, and I usually get really emotional when I tell the story, but here it goes. You are going to know about the day that I almost literally died and nobody cared. So, as some of you already know, I'm in a course for school called Outdoor Adventure Education, and we do a bunch of trips here and there. Like we'll go dog sledding, kayaking, canoeing, rock climbing, and it's so much more that I can't even explain and get out there in so little time. So this has to do about one of our trips for school, and this trip was our kayaking trip, and it was the first trip back on our second year. So we were literally home and back to school for like a week, and then we were already going off onto this trip. So how it works is we just all get on the bus and we all get together and we kind of just go off, and it was a week-long trip. So we were scheduled to be on the water for, I think it was 5 days, 4 nights, I think. Anyways, so we get divvied up into 3 groups. I'm in a pretty good group. Everybody cared for everybody, everybody likes everybody in the class, so it wasn't a big of a deal who you really were with. So the first night we stayed right on that island that we got to, which wasn't bad. We all camped together, all 3 groups, and then in the morning that's when we were gonna disperse off onto our own. So we slept, everything was fine. We woke up, got all of our stuff together, and there was, for each group, everybody had a solo kayak, but then there was 2 tandems. So I decided, I was like, okay, I got this, I'll take one single by myself. I think it should be fine. But before we actually went on the trip, we had to go out and just practice our roles if anything happened, like how to get out of your skirt, how to get out safely without drowning. Anyways, so everything was going fine, but I was really hesitant to flip. I did not want to flip and go into the water. But then, when the guides weren't really looking, I kind of cheated, but it's okay. So, you're supposed to flip over and then grab the front of your skirt and peel it off. But, without them knowing, I already had the skirt kind of off. So when it flipped, I just had to kick it. So, because I did that and I showed them that I was so well at being able to get that done, I was able to take a solo by myself. So anyways, everybody passes the test, everybody goes on, and we get in our kayak and we get going. This is where it all starts. I'm in my kayak and I'm in the back. I am so slow, I have no idea, I feel like I'm literally going the speed of everybody else, but I am stuck in last place. But I am literally stuck in last place. And I am literally pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing my hardest, and literally feel like I am getting nowhere. And then all of a sudden, my stomach feels like it's gonna turn, my face is literally going green, and I was like, I am going to throw up all over this kayak. So I was like, okay. So I try to calm myself down. The guides are way ahead, I am literally by myself in the middle of Georgian Bay, by myself, literally no one around me. I could scream, nobody could hear me, and I yacked. I literally threw up all over my kayak. So I was like, this ain't good. So I took the water, I just stopped paddling. I was like, I give up. Stopped paddling, started washing off all the vomit, and the next thing you know, I was like, I need to get their attention. So I paddled and paddled and paddled till I caught up to one of our guides, and I cannot remember their names for the life of me, but I caught up to the girl, and she's like, okay, this is not good. So she's like, we just have a couple more miles to go, kilometers to go until we're near that island. So we'll get you towed by the other guide. He was super good. So he literally took a rope and tied my kayak to his and pulled me to this island. And I felt literally so fucking stupid. It was insane. So I pull up to this island on a rope and everybody's looking at me like, okay, like, what is wrong with her? So I get on my kayak and go like over the rocks so nobody can see me and vomit again. So like give me some gravel, give me some trail mix, trying to get like organized. I was like, okay, like this is so stupid. Like not even 5 minutes on the water and I am seasick. I am seasick, throwing up everywhere. So then one of our classmates, she ended up hopping in to the single, and I got put into the tandem because they obviously didn't want me being by myself in the kayak anymore. So I apologize for that student who had to take my kayak, and I hope there was nothing in the cockpit, but I'm pretty sure I washed everything off. So a couple minutes on the island, get back into our kayaks. Now I'm in the tandem. And we go, and we make it finally to our stop. Everything's fine. Everybody's just kind of like swimming in the water, having a great time. Set up camp. Pretty sure at that point we went to bed. Woke up in the morning, and before we moved on to our next site, we decided to stay there because it was like a nice little, like, closed-in area. So we decided to stay in that area, and we had to practice our flips. So, oh hell. Hail to the no, this is where literally shit hits the fan and I just want to go home. So literally at that point, so we have to do, there's a self-rescue, a tandem rescue, I think that was it. So like solo and tandem. So, or T-rescue, sorry. So a solo rescue is you have to flip over your kayak and then, how do I explain this? So flip over your kayak and then you pop out underneath it and then you have a paddle float. So you have your paddle and you kind of rest it, like you flip over your kayak, rest the paddle on top, and on the end of it is like this floating device that you put on it so it like floats and doesn't go away. So then you pop your leg up onto this solo, like onto your paddle, and kind of shimmy yourself into your kayak. So I can't really explain it any better than that at this present time. So you had to do the whole take your skirt off once you get underneath, but then I kind of cheated again. So I had it already off and just flipped quickly and got that done and got that over with. But have you know, this whole time, because I was in a tandem, I was using my guide's kayak, which was too small for me. Anyways, so that will come into play for this next one. So the next one is a tandem. So you have to do a T-rescue to actually even get your cert in the end. So what that means is you grab a partner and you have your partner's kayak like this and yours is like this. Wait, I lied. You're like this. Your partner comes up. So you're gonna flip. Your partner comes up. They're gonna kind of like rest their kayak on top of yours, and then you're gonna grab like hands up onto theirs and push yourself over without even taking your skirt off. So I didn't even want to do this in the first place. I did not want to try it. I was too scared. I already had issues. I was feeling nauseous. This was just not good for me. So we get into partners. My partner, well, say his name is George. So George is my partner and I do trust him. There was nothing about the trust issues. There was nothing there. It was fine. So I'm about to go under, but then I chicken out and I start to panic. And when you're in these type of situations, you really shouldn't panic because it just makes it 10 times worse. So I suck it up and I said, okay, fuck it. Fucking get over yourself and do it. So I flip over, I'm rubbing my hands, waiting, so I feel his kayak, and he comes up, so I grab on, I'm about to flip, but then it turns out he was too far on my kayak, and I bashed my head off the bottom of his, and went back under. So it's like, okay, she'll be like, what the fuck, like, you gotta stay calm, it's fine, like, you're getting out of this. So I went back under, And I try to stay calm, so about this time it's been like maybe 30 seconds, 15 seconds. So I start rubbing again and I'm not feeling him. And I was like, okay, like it's been 10 seconds of me rubbing now, like where are you? So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna undo my skirt. So I undo my skirt, and I'm trying to do my skirt, but nothing's coming off. And the next thing you know, something rips off. And I was like, oh my god, like I just ripped the handle off, like what the hell? But it turns out I ripped off the paddle float because I didn't pack it right. So then I'm still underneath, and it's about 40 seconds an hour or so underneath the water. And I start to panic because my strap to get the skirt off is tucked underneath. It was too tight for me anyway because I'm too big for this kayak. I get the thing off, I'm starting to panic, and then I was like, I can't get out of this. Like I am literally like screwed. So all I remember is I tried to, so my body is like at this awkward angle now, and I am trying to get my head out of the water so I can at least like say like, yo, like I am screwed. So all I remember seeing is I get my head out of the water, but I swallowed so much water that I like blacked out, and I don't remember. So all I remember seeing is my partner George like looked like he was hopping out of his kayak, and then next thing you know, that was it. That's all I remember. I blacked out. It felt like an hour, but then all I remember is I like came in and out of consciousness, which really fucked me up. So so all I remember is him jumping in, getting me, and then next thing you know, I was out of the kayak and like draped over my instructor's tandem, and then blacked out again. Like I don't remember anything after that, and then next thing you know, all I remember is being on land. So I almost died kayaking, which was not fun. So then this is only the second fucking day. No, it was the third day. So nope. I don't fucking know. I think it was the second day. Second day. So literally second day on this trip, I've already thrown up and I've almost died. So we get through the end, we get to it all, and I am stuck in a tandem for the rest of this trip, literally scared to do anything, and I felt so bad. My partner was, let's say his name was Greg. So my partner is Greg, and he wants to go through all the rapids, and I'm like, I am so sorry, but that is not going to happen with me in this tandem, or I'm gonna die again. So we finally get, like, the trip's finished, everything was okay. My stomach could not handle any food. I was so done with everything. Get onto the bus, like we're finally packed up, we're going home, get on the bus, and I call my boyfriend and I am bawling. I was like, I almost died, like this was the worst trip ever of my life. Like I just can't wait to get home. And he's like, okay, but like we're gonna take you to the hospital to make sure like everything is okay. So I went to the hospital. When I got home, dropped off all my stuff, went to the hospital, and the doctor's like, what were you doing? And I was like, oh, kayaking trip. And he's like, okay, like what happened? So I explained him the whole story, and then they do x-rays, and they're like, we're lucky that you're even with us right now. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, there is so much water in your lungs, we have no idea how you did not secondary drown on that night, or any of those nights on that trip. What? So, I should have been sent home, but I was stuck on this trip, where I almost died. I think I'll pass next time. And yeah, that was my story about how I almost died on a kayaking trip. If you'd like more, I'm gonna post videos kind of whenever, like I say a certain day, but I don't really know when that is. So I have one more story time about someone being a little whore, if you're interested in watching. So comment down below if you like this, and subscribe. It's somewhere along here. There's also some other videos, like some funny little parody videos, daily vlogs, and just working on my channel. So if you would like to help and support, that would be great. Have a great day. Bye.